In today's video, we are going to explore a topic that affects economies around the world: recessions. What are they? What causes them? And how do they impact our lives? Let's dive in. At first, we need to understand what really is a recession. A recession is a significant and sustained decline in economic activity within a country or a region. It's like a financial storm that can have far-reaching consequences. One of the most crucial indicators of a recession is decrease in gross domestic product, better known as GDP, which measures the total economic output of a country. Now, when you know what is a recession, let's explore what causes them. Financial crises like the one in 2008 can trigger recessions. When banks and financial institutions face problems, it ripples through the entire economy. Economic shocks, such as natural disasters or geopolitical events, can also lead to recession by disrupting supply chains and markets. Even decisions on monetary policy, like central banks raising interest rates, or fiscal policy, such as government spending cuts, can play a role. So what really happens during a recession? Let's look at the effects. One of the most visible effects is rising unemployment. Companies may lay off workers as they cut costs. As a result, consumers often reduce spending, which can further weaken the economy. Stock markets can tumble, causing financial insecurity for investors and companies. At last, banks may tighten credit conditions, making it harder to get loans or start a new business. Governments and central banks take action to mitigate the impact of recession. Here's how. One of the ways is to implement monetary policy, when central banks may lower interest rates to encourage borrowing and investments. Second is fiscal policy, when governments can increase public spending on infrastructure, healthcare, and education to stimulate economic growth. Last but not least is stimulus packages, like direct payment to citizens. The thought behind monetary policy, fiscal policy, and stimulus packages are that consumers will boost their spending. And for economy to grow, it is crucial that money is circling around. Now, when we have covered what are recessions, what causes them, and how do they impact our lives, let's get to an example. Here is Joe. Joe lives in an imaginary country. He works a construction job. Due to his country being in a war, there's high interest rates, and because of that, his superiors have to fire him to cut costs. Now, because he doesn't have a job, Joe spends a lot less money, like the others who are now jobless because of the war. It drives economy in stalemate. The money is not circling around, and the economy goes in recession. To try to save economy, government issues fiscal policy by increasing public spending on infrastructure. Now, when government spends more money on infrastructure, loads of workers are needed, so Joe as many others get a job. Because of that, Joe and the others boost their spending. That leads to money circling again, and now the economy can start to slowly recover.